What is up, friends? Welcome back for another movie reaction. Today I will be checking out The Mummy, the original one. I have seen the newer Tom Cruise one, which obviously was not very good at all, and so I'm hoping that my experience with this one is a lot better. I don't know if the story of the newer one is at all similar to the original, and so I guess I will find that out as I watch, but to be honest, the newer Mummy was so forgettable that I don't even know if I would remember everything that happened and would make any connections anyway. And so, coming into this one, excited to hopefully get a much better movie here. I know that a lot of people seem to really enjoy it, and so I'm excited to check it out. I've always been very fascinated by Egyptian stuff and history, and so I'm looking forward to hopefully some of the movie taking place around that area. I would assume that's where it takes place at least, but I do know that the movie stars Brendan Fraser, who I can't remember what I've seen him in, but I know he has a very recognizable face to me, and so I've probably seen him around in other things, but I don't really know any of the other cast members or anything like that, or even what his role is in this movie. I would just throw out a guess that maybe he is like some sort of historian or something like that, and that is why he's over there in the first place, if it does take place around Egypt. But hopefully you guys enjoy watching along with me for this one. I'm excited to get into it. If you do enjoy watching along, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up. Helps the video reach a lot more people, helps the channel grow. And of course, you can check out the full-length reaction to this on my Patreon. Link for that is in the description below. Of course, you'll need your own copy of the movie to watch along with me there. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into The Mummy. Okay, everyone, I've got the movie keyed up to the very beginning. If you've got it keyed up to the same spot, I will do the usual 3, 2, 1 play count. On play, we'll both hit play. Be all synced up and ready to watch together. So 3, 2, 1, play. And I guess I also don't really know what genre this movie is exactly. If it's like a action adventure type film, or if it's more of a suspense mystery, or even a horror. Well, I love the music already, starting off with a bang. And I'm guessing we're way in the past because they're obviously still constructing a lot of the monuments and sphinxes and whatnot. Wait, I've totally seen that guy before. I don't know if it's from The Mummy specifically, but I absolutely recognize him. Is he going to be the Mummy in the future? Oh, is this guy gonna end up killing him because he was getting with her? I already love the costuming and everything. Oh, geez, bro. A freaking tag team effort. They're both going in on him. I thought the other guy was gonna die, Emotep. Not the Pharaoh. Dude, their weapons are pretty intimidating. I'd be afraid if I saw that walking in. Dang, well, this is a great intro, man. I'm already super interested in the story. Man, the set design and the lighting and everything is perfect. Also, I'm not very confident in my ability to remember her name. Definitely not anything normal. Oh, shoot, man, that sucks. He got so dang close. And I guess if this is anything like the newer Mummy, she could very well be the Mummy, like the main villain in this. Oh, that would be so dang painful. My gosh. Bro, don't tell me they're just gonna bury him alive. I don't even want to think too hard about that, man. That would be such a horrific fate. Egyptians go crazy, man. They are definitely one for the extreme. I don't know if Emotep feels that all of that was worth it at this point. Oh man, that's great. That's such a classic, like just pre 2000s, early 2000s intro or title card right there. Oh, we're still like way back there in 1923. That's not when the actual movie takes place, is it? Like the main bulk of it? I always thought it took more in present day. Maybe we're just working our way up. This is such a great premise. I don't know if this was like an original story or if it was based off of anything. Wait a second, that's Brendan Fraser right there, so maybe it does actually take place all the way back then. That's very unexpected. I'm ready for it though. Man dipped. Man, well, this is a great sign for entertainment value for already starting off with a pretty big battle. Dude, and the stunts and everything so far are freaking legit. I love it. They're going all out, sparing no expense for the production. Dude, this is sick so far. I'm loving the way this is filmed. Also, that was cool that just for that moment when the horses jumped across first, they took out the soundtrack, just left the ambient noises. Oh, man's a regular John Wick. Dude is good with guns, that's for sure. Making himself look pretty formidable early on. There's no fringe in Egypt for anybody, it looks like. Dude is running for his life. I'm worried he's not gonna make it anywhere, though. But I guess this answers my question about what his role in the movie is. Definitely not a historian. Oh, how did he get so lucky, man? What scared the horses off? At least I assume that's what happened. They got scared by something. Oh, that is pretty creepy right there, man. I guess that's why they ran off, is because he was by the statue that we saw before. That was also a cool shot of the sand right there with his face. I wouldn't be too sure. We saw how good this one, we saw how capable this guy was in battle. I assume he can make it through the desert on foot. Is this gonna be another main character right here? A lot of capable people in this movie, man. She's got a whole balancing act right here. Is Brendan Fraser gonna rescue the day for her as well? Oh my gosh, dude. She's absolutely getting fired. Just created her own Rube Goldberg machine. That's the name of it, right? Where everything falls in a line. That is a very clever insult right there. Not exactly undeserved after that, but still pretty harsh. Hey, well, she's put forth a couple good, useful skills right there if she does end up running into our main character. And also, I feel like I just recognize her. Is that, what's her name? Rachel Weisz, I think? She looks younger than what I'm used to seeing her here, so I'm not 100% sure. Unless you're hearing strange noises like she is right now, this definitely would be a pretty awesome place to work. Just be around all these cool ancient artifacts. Oh gosh, dude, what a freaking jokester right here. Just scared her half to death. Scared me a little bit too there for a second. Oh, I think he definitely found something because Thebes is the place they were before. Is it going to have some sort of connection to Imhotep? That was a brilliant transition right there. So clean. I don't think it's a very good idea to get too deep into this. I don't think there's anything good waiting for him there. Oh gosh, dude, I don't know if he did that on purpose or not, but that's pretty freaking clumsy. All the excitement is completely gone now. This guy's pretty funny right here. Definitely adds an interesting dynamic to everything. Is the person that's in prison Brendan Fraser's character? I'm just gonna have to keep calling him by his actor name because I don't know his character name yet. Already got some good back and forth between them. I feel like they're gonna be at odds for a while in this. Man's got the luscious locks now, though, after he's been in prison for a while. I feel like that punch was worth it for him. Dude had been causing too many problems. Jeez, man just does whatever he pleases. Makes sense that he wants to bargain a bit, though, to get his freedom. Doesn't exactly look like the ideal place, even for a prison. That's a fair request right there. She's gonna have to bargain really quick, though, before he dies. Oh gosh, this poor woman, man. Everyone is just coming after her. Dude, how did they film that? It looked like it was an actual person hanging right there. That would be so dang painful if you didn't die right away from that. They're just bargaining back and forth while he's gasping for air. Well done. She managed to save his life, barely though. I don't know how much longer he would have had. I like how all the characters are coming together though. It's in a very interesting way. She doesn't think he's a very filthy scoundrel anymore after a fresh haircut. And I've heard women call people scoundrels before and they end up getting together. Are they going to have the same fate? Oh gosh, I do not like that this guy is coming with them. I feel like he's going to be a major problem at every turn. But I guess gotta have a character like that to create some suspense. Hopefully he doesn't get annoying. Hey, I know that guy from the Bourne movies. I gotta be careful what information you share with people around here. Are we gonna have an entire crew that's going? I thought it was just gonna be a couple people. But I guess when you're dealing with something that dangerous, the more the merrier. Well, I think both of you are gonna find what you're expecting, a battle and some artifacts. Oh, geez, man. Incantations. Don't tell me that she is going to find the book first and read something out and is going to release Emotep and all the plagues that were promised. Definitely not going to find something like that in recent movies, that's for sure. It's this guy again. What in the world? I never expected to see him. Man's a coward, though. That's a pretty good reason, that's for sure. And that's also an interesting dynamic if we're going to have two separate groups that are trying to race there first. I like that premise a lot. I like O'Connell, man. Just takes action immediately, doesn't care what anybody else thinks. And also, I guess if he doesn't get back on the ship, the other group isn't going to make it very far. Oh gosh, I wasn't really expecting one of them to show up in that mirror. I know they were on the boat from the other shots, but I was almost half expecting O'Connell to be there. Oh, let's go. She's got some pretty good skill too. And he just put on a whole other gun display once again. Don't see too many people dual wielding. Oh my, well this is a horrific start to their trip right here if the whole boat's going up in flames. We're certainly getting a lot of action though, I'm a fan. Dude's tossing everybody over this boat. But that's the best thing for her right now, I think. Okay, that guy is dead 100% right there. Apparently, it's not just guns that he's good with, he's good in hand to hand combat too. What can he do? What is up with that guy in the back, man? After every bullet, he just freaking convulses. Dude, some of the stuff in this so far is so over the top and corny. Definitely a very 90s film, that's for sure. I don't know if it was like trying to be intentionally a bit comedic right there or what. but I enjoyed it nonetheless. Got him right back. Horses don't matter if you're not going the right way. I think those two groups are going to run into each other a couple times, though. Oh, wow, she is blending in quite well with that outfit. I like it. But also, we're going to get some camel riding footage. Usually it's just horse riding footage we get. This is new. That guy's spitting more than the camels right now, though. That would be pretty fun just to get a chance to ride a camel for this scene. Also, just to ride anything in this landscape would be pretty awesome. Being in that environment, I don't exactly know how enjoyable it would be with sand flying everywhere in the wind, and it's probably scorching hot, but it is beautiful to look at. Especially when you get shots like that. That's awesome. Everybody's freaking falling asleep right now. My gosh. I mean, no surprise, they have been riding all day. Strong indeed. I bet he's regretting letting him go now. Are they just going to follow him, or are they actually going to try and kill him? Because I'm sure they know where they're headed. Somehow I feel like the camels are going to end up doing better than the horses since this is their usual landscape. Oh, and here we go, man. It's a race to the finish. That is a pretty cool reveal. No wonder it's a hidden city if you can't even see it half the time. I've never gotten to see a camel race or fighting on camels before. Just as intense as horse riding, though. She's gonna beat O'Connell there, okay. What are they gonna do once they get there? Because obviously the other group's not exactly gonna be far behind. Probably easier just to make friends with them. Or try and reach some agreement. Is that guy just gonna end up... What are they doing to Evelyn in this movie, man? She's getting all sorts of unwanted advances. People talking crap on her. I guess the movie does take place in 1923, so it does make a bit of sense. And I looked interestingly before because I thought the one guy almost looked like Josh Brolin. Nice, and we got the creative transitions like some Star Wars style. But he's already given her gifts. The relationship's definitely a lot more positive than it started. That is pretty dope. I don't think I've ever seen a system like that before to create light. Love that we're going on a bit of an excavation, though. And the other guy hates bugs. Whenever there's scenes that use torches, the lighting is always so dang cool. And it looked to me, at least for the moment, that the only light source was indeed the torches. These guys ran into each other once again. There's a whole lot of guns down here, though. Surely we're going to have an accident eventually. Gosh, man, the dialogue kills me. I feel like they're definitely doing some of it intentionally, just being a little bit campy. Hey, that's a pretty smart plan right there. I don't know if it's gonna work as they want it to. Hopefully nothing comes down on top of them. Oh no, my worst fear about this guy is going to end up coming true, huh? He's going to set off a bad chain reaction by taking stuff or messing with things he shouldn't be. That's a clever cut right there. Somebody down there is definitely not being careful right now. Oh my gosh, I did not expect that right there. It's like they just opened the Ark of the Covenant. They just started disintegrating. Is that the only reaction right there, or is a lot of weird stuff gonna start happening? Oh my, good thing no one was standing there. I had a feeling that something was gonna fall down though. Was that because they were digging, or was that because of what they just did in the other scene? Oh jeez, I don't like that at all. Are we are we just gonna get a freaking swarm of these all of a sudden? Oh, that's disgusting. It went inside of him. I thought it was just like chewing on his skin. That is messed up. People are dropping fast. I don't know if he's actually gonna die from that. I would guess. At least he's just gonna be in a ton of pain. Oh gosh, I don't like this one bit. They're activating stuff they shouldn't be. Oh man, well, if that bug didn't kill him, that Running straight into the wall just might have. Oh, fascinating. I thought it was going to be like a curse or some sort of ancient magic, but I didn't even think of booby traps. There's probably all sorts of those everywhere. Overly dramatic for no reason, right there. Had me worried that something bad was going to be in there. Oh, here we go. I had a feeling they were going to come into play. And just what I thought. They're not going to take any prisoners or let anybody go this time, I don't think. Okay, nice shot, Evelyn. The duo of her and O'Connell works pretty well. I'm a big fan of all the stunts and everything in this. Makes all these scenes so much more exciting. That's a pretty small time frame right there. They're going to have to work really fast if they want to recover anything from their digs or anything like that. I'm surprised they're actually letting them leave, though. That's what I'm saying. The more the merrier, right there. Especially when you're going up against dangerous people. She's had a few too many, I think. Her and her brother are certainly very interesting characters. That is definitely not what he was expecting to hear right there. I wonder if the fact that her mother is an Egyptian is going to come back into play at all. It might just be a cool connection to the place that she has. Oh my gosh, dude, these guys are so dumb. Did you not just see what happened earlier when those guys melted? How would you not believe there's some strange things about it? Is that death coming swiftly right there? It certainly acts fast. They should start respecting the signs. I don't like the sound of that one bit. It's not just gonna be them that's in trouble, but the entire planet. Ugh. Oh, these fools have no respect. What are they doing? I mean, obviously, they probably want to open it, considering that's what they came all this way for, but still pretty reckless. I hate it when these things do that, she says. Second time she's been scared by a corpse. That's so dark, man. So he clearly was able to claw off all the wrappings and still tried to escape. That is a very creepy design right there, especially with his jaws messed up as it is. I'm guessing that's Imhotep. There's what they're looking for right there. I don't know how they managed to get a crew of people that seem so incompetent. But I guess they managed to find it, so gotta give them some credit. She's gonna be pretty dang excited to see and read that. It's exactly what she's been looking for. Hopefully they don't just start trying to read everything. We're gonna have another Evil Dead situation on our hands. Oh, that sounds horrific. And we haven't seen our friend who got one of those inside him in a while. I don't know if he's actually dead or if he's slowly suffering the same fate. The way they're building this up definitely sounds pretty awful. So if he does get resurrected, I wonder if we're going to actually see all those plagues. Ah, okay, so that isn't the book she was looking for. I thought Amon Ra was just like another name for the Book of the Dead. Famous last words right there. I feel like there's gonna be the worst possible harm coming from reading this one. Oh, you made a horrific mistake right there. I didn't expect her to be the one to set everything off. I thought some of the other guys who seem so dumb were going to be the ones to accidentally do it. Yikes, dude. Well, there is the first plague. I guess that answers my question. We actually are going to see it all. Why did that guy not get out of there? Did he just accept his fate? I mean, it definitely would be pretty hard to outrun a swarm of locusts. Oh gosh, I have a feeling they're gonna use this guy to create some creepy stuff just because he can't really see very far. I mean, we saw Imhotep be slightly resurrected. Is he gonna start roaming around these hallways? Nice. I like that they didn't actually reveal him. They just showed the reaction. Definitely a lot more terrifying. Run. run super fast. If those are the same things that attacked before, just one of them was bad enough. A whole swarm would just eat you in seconds. Oh no, man, now she's gonna be lost. I don't know if that was a good secret passage or some other sort of booby trap. But at least she's safe from the scarabs. Oh no, no, don't approach him. I'm worried what he's gonna look like. Oh my, dude, he's still walking around in almost full skeletal form. That would be pretty dang terrifying. Oh, I see what he's doing. He's just taking organs from other people in order to replace his own. Yo, that was even quicker than I could have imagined. That was like 2 seconds and he was gone. What, dude? Does he think that she is her? I mean, she's not wearing the exact same clothes. I guess if he's not fully resurrected, he can still be affected by bullets. So that's good to know. I don't know if he has much left of him, man, if his eyes and his tongue are gone. He definitely is getting it the worst of everybody so far. I was expecting him to finish the Terminator line until you are all dead. Definitely makes sense now why they were so adamant about protecting this site. Make sure he never gets released. Benny is absolutely done for. He's about to get all the other organs he needs. I don't know if he just needs one person to complete the process or multiple. Oh my gosh, dude, just trying to cover all of his freaking bases, hoping somebody protects him. You're fresh out of luck, my guy. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, something did actually work. I didn't expect that. But even though he's still alive, Benny's probably just gonna start causing problems by helping him out. Nice shot right there. Oh, shoot, man. All sorts of awful stuff is gonna start happening, even though they left the site. They absolutely are not done with Emotep yet. Easy as that. They're all lying around all over the place. These two right here don't seem super friendly with each other anymore now that there's the threat of death. I don't think he's out of the game for too long, though. Surely something's got to bring him back. I don't know what it'd be, though. Oh, jeez. If the boat doesn't leave till tomorrow, I feel like that's going to be the reason he stays. Because he has absolutely no choice and it's going to start coming for him. Bro, is that him right there? What? He looks wild with that mask and everything. He looks a lot better with the mask on, that's for sure. That poor guy, though. Just cannot escape it. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. Are all the plagues happening literally at once? I thought it was just going to happen one at a time. That's definitely a lot more chaotic, though. Oh, geez. So is Benny done now with Emotep? All he had to do was bring him to the guy. Yeah, it's about freaking time to get out of there, man. Guns aren't gonna help you now if the process is mostly complete. Oh, whoa, man can just turn into sand and leave immediately. I guess that's why he has a certain affection towards her, is because she's the one who read the stuff out of the book. Oh, so that totally makes sense based off that other scene. He did burn that map on purpose. But it wasn't enough, didn't stop him. Okay, that's why the cat set him off. I don't think I realized that initially. But that makes sense, man. Cats were royalty back then. They still are, if you ask me. Oh, interesting. So that's why he's so interested in her, not just because she read the book, but because she's the perfect candidate for his love. The love of his life, I mean. I love the prospect of the sun being blocked out for the rest of the movie. That'll create for some cool lighting and landscapes and whatnot. This man is definitely one to jump into action when he needs to. Very authoritative. But if she's the one who's needed to bring back lady whose name I keep forgetting, Anuk Sanumen or something like that, makes sense why you need to keep her protected. Yo, that was wild right there. Emotep moves super quick, even in resurrected form. And it looks like the process might be complete. He can't seriously believe that. I'm sure that Emotep's just gonna get rid of him immediately after he's done with him. Benny always taking the cowardly way. Don't tell me that Benny told him where it is or where to find it. It's definitely not making it easy for him. Oh, that looks sick right there. He's getting real close. Yikes, man. That was definitely the creepiest effect so far with his mouth opening so wide. And I love the prosthetics for like the actual corpses and everything. Obviously, the CGI and whatnot on Emotep for most of the previous stuff is dated, but the practical stuff still looks great. I can't believe they're entrusting these guys with the most important artifacts right now. Their incompetence is finally coming back to bite them. Oh, that was sick right there. It's a great way of showing it just with the shadow. Oh my, that is horrific. Again, man, the practical effects look great. I like his outfit and costuming too, Emoteps. Man's walking around like an ancient Voldemort. Oh gosh, man. I don't think she's gonna be a fan of that kiss. Locking her in this room apparently did not save her at all, though. I love that the cat freaking saves the day all the time. Just bring it around with you all over the place. We need more heroic cats in films. Oh my, dude, he has a whole army of people right here ready to worship him. If you have to worry about all of them as well, then it's going to be extremely difficult to accomplish anything, let alone stopping Emotep. Jeez, those mouth effects are very unsettling. And the voice effects they did on him are pretty cool too. Of course, they cut right there to everyone storming in. Hopefully, she can actually figure it out in time. You pretty much just gotta run straight there, though. They can take it later, man. Gotta actually find the book first. Jonathan, you genius. Just blending in perfectly with them. That's an 800 IQ play right there. The freaking portrayals of the Americans in this movie so ridiculous. Man, dude, the back and forth between those two are hilarious. And I guess at least we've got O'Connell. He's pretty dope as far as American representation. Just run him over. Yeah, he's got the right idea right there. If you gotta save the world, man, there's gonna be a few casualties along the way. She just poke him in the eye to get him off there? That would be pretty painful. But I don't think these guys feel much pain anymore. I think they're fully committed to Emotep's service. Oh no, this guy is going to get obliterated right here. Even if he had ammo, he'd still be screwed. Look what you've done, Benny, you little jerk. Even offering up that artifact didn't save his life. But I guess in somewhat of a good way, the main group that we're with now doesn't have any incompetent people left. Could have argued Jonathan before, but with that play earlier, he's definitely moved up the ladder. Benny can't even do his one job correctly. How the heck are they going to get out of this situation, though? They're completely surrounded. And Imhotep could kill all of them if he wanted to, I bet. Where's the cat? Definitely motivation to act quick right there. Oh gosh, well, at least they're getting out of here with their lives, most of them. But that sucks big time for Evelyn. They're gonna have to work quick if they're gonna save her. Oh no, what the heck? Why did that guy have to die? I feel like he could have gotten down there with them in time. I guess it's a noble sacrifice, but I don't feel like he needed to do it. Maybe they wouldn't have had enough time, I don't know. Now the crew is just down to 3, man. He almost looks excited about that prospect right there. At least they have somebody that can get him there fast. Winston, what a guy right there. Man's been itching for some action, it looks like. Two completely different attitudes right there. Jonathan's fearing for his life. Other dude's having the time of his life. Got to dual wield pistols if you want the other seat, my guy. Should have learned. That wouldn't be the least exciting ride either. Everybody's having a blast right now. Hey, I'm a fan of that right there. That was pretty cool the way he came back to human form. I definitely am not sure how you're gonna stop him though. Because maybe you can arrive there in time, but it's another thing to actually get rid of Imhotep. Oh, especially if he can do that, just control the entire horizon like that. This man is a force of nature. Jeez, that is insane. Definitely the best or most intense flight of Winston's life, that's for sure. Oh gosh, dude, sand is even more terrifying when his face is in there. But I guess I can't blame O'Connell for just shooting at the sand. Obviously, it's not going to do anything, but what else can you try? That's some clutch thinking right there. Evelyn's bought into her role if it means saving them. Benny, you freaking crack up. I hate you, but you're funny. I'm surprised he's still bringing him around. I don't know exactly what else Imhotep needs him for. Unless he's just become a trusty sidekick, so he enjoys having him there. It's a miracle that Jonathan was able to hold on throughout all of that. Dude has the upper body strength of 1,000 men. Oh, that sucks. That's too bad that Winston died, but at least he went out like a complete boss. And it seems like that's what he was wanting, to have one last big mission. Ah, nice. They gave him a proper send off, that's for sure. Winston will be remembered for his sacrifice. I like how the other guy just took the machine gun off the planes, just carrying it around with him now. It's not exactly an immortal weapon, but it might help with something. Jonathan, come on now. I was giving you some props before for being a smart member of the crew, but you gotta help somehow. Pull your own weight. No, 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 not this again. My gosh, I don't want another person to have that fate. Yikes, dude. Well, at least he stopped it before it could reach anything vital, but still would be insanely painful. Oh gosh, now we got more undead people to worry about. One has been bad enough. I also really like the actor for Imhotep. I think he has like the perfect look for that type of a character. Obviously, he doesn't have a whole lot of dialogue or anything, but I think his presence works for sure. Now he's just showing off, and my gosh, that is so much treasure. Nicolas Cage would be insanely proud of O'Connell right now. Can't believe he just shot that mirror into perfect position, though. I think it's better that words are not spoken right now, Jonathan. Just appreciate the sight. They managed to stop Emotep. They'll be made for life, though. Hey, the guns are coming in handy right now. Good thing he picked up that machine gun after all. And also, Jonathan finally dual-wield pistols. You love to see it. Now he can ride in the extra seat in the planes. Benny better not make it out of this. He does not deserve that reward right there. I also like before the line right after. It's like Emotep's priest. He just says, all right. That's all you need to know. Ah, nice. Just freaking using his beard to light the fuse. Finally, the dynamite comes into play. He lit one earlier, but put it out. Did some big old damage with that one, though. Oh, we've seen this before. Let's just hope that O'Connell or somebody is able to stop him mid-ritual like they did in the past. Anaksu Namon looking like an absolute snack right there. I don't know. Maybe don't res her at all. Is he starting to feel a little bit guilty now? Is he going to actually redeem himself for everything he's done? I mean, it'd be hard, because he certainly has created a whole lot of problems. Everyone's got their big one-liner moments in this movie. Don't tell me he's sacrificing himself, though. Didn't want him to die. Y'all better speed it up. This thing's gonna get done here in a matter of seconds at this point. That'd be so terrifying if you were Evelyn in this moment. Bro, those effects are way cool. Why couldn't they do that with Emotep earlier? That would have looked so much better. Credit to Jonathan, came in here at the perfect moment to stop the ritual. Let's go, man. He's been good with every other type of combat. I'm assuming he's good with swords. This is great. He's absolutely killing it with that. Batter up. Let's freaking drop some mummies line. My gosh. I like the way they do the comedy in this. And Brendan Fraser's delivery is perfect for that. It's pretty hard to fight mummies if their limbs can still work even off their bodies. Let's go. That was a great fight sequence right there. Big fan. But that's just the test, man. The boss fight still hasn't happened yet. Emotep feeling himself right now. He's definitely got a lot of capable fighters. Oh, Jonathan coming into play again. He could move up the ladder even more. I mean, he's basically third by this point, considering everyone else is dead. Oh my gosh, dude. I thought his scream was pretty impressive, but the others are definitely better. Once I realized that the campiness of the movie was definitely intentional, a lot more enjoyable those moments. Oh gosh, he has his work cut out for him. I think they might be a little more difficult to kill than the last mummies. Yo, this man is killing people without even doing it intentionally. One gifted swordsman right here. I love how the other two are just in a fight for their life, while Jonathan's just chilling on the side trying to read a book and not doing the best job at it. Yo, I think that might have worked right there, and not a moment too soon, a split second later, and at least O'Connell would have been dead. Oh, okay. Never expected to see Jonathan commanding an army of the undead. Oh shoot, bro. Did she actually get dead even more? I don't know if you can die twice. But if that is possible, I think it just happened to her. Ah, nice, Jonathan. What a guy. Man is saving the day, low key. O'Connell was handling himself pretty well before, but is getting slaughtered right now. Not even putting up a fight. Oh, even when he's in full form, his mouth still is horrifying. What? Did they just steal all of his powers or read something that had them steal all of it? Ah, now he can be killed with mortal weapons. Dope moment right there. Oh, that's a pretty ominous line right there. I mean, I know there are sequels to this movie, so does it have something to do with that? Does he actually come back later? At least they beat him now. And I also am a fan that all three of them had a very specific role to play right there. Even if Jonathan's was just reading the book while others were fighting. Ugh, man, right after I just gave him props, he just slips and loses a priceless relic. Jonathan is somehow moving down the ladder when there's only three major characters left on the good side. Oh, this is what they were talking about earlier, how they set it up to have the whole city sink into the sand. And all the riches are going with it. And just like that, Benny is done for. Can't say I'm too sad for him. It's not wholly undeserved. Oh, that is terrifying right there. I thought he was actually going to get crushed under that. What a fitting fate for Benny. Basically sold his soul for some riches. And that's where his tomb is going to be amongst them all. Oh man, what a satisfying death right there after everything Benny did to cause trouble. I like that they just had the light fade out right there too. Just hear his screams. Cool choice. Whoa, that is an impressive shot right there. The entire place is going up right now. Don't think there's going to be any more trips there. Yes, dude, this guy is still alive. I'm happy. I didn't want him to die. Especially since he was just doing his duty to save everybody. Oh, well, he should be able to do that pretty easy, considering that Imhotep is done for and the city is buried. And they end up together after all in the end. I had a feeling that's what was going to happen. Poor Jonathan's just stuck third wheeling now. But that's the least he deserves for dropping the freaking Book of Amun Ra. Nice, and at least they get the treasure that Benny had brought out in the first place. Nice, great ending to it right there, just riding off into the sunset. It's a good place to end it too, just right at the apex of the story and everything, right after they defeat him and get out with their lives. That was a really entertaining movie, though. I definitely enjoyed it a lot. I can see why a lot of people like it, and I can see why they made some more Mummy movies as well. As far as I know, though, the other ones were not received as well. But I thought the story of this one was great, super interesting, and the setting obviously is great, and the fact that it took place so long ago, almost 100 years ago, I thought was a big surprise right there. I thought it was going to be in more present day, as I said. But it definitely made some of the situations a lot more interesting considering what they had to work with, whether it was weapons or not having flashlights or anything like that. Created a very cool atmosphere. And the acting and everything, obviously, It's not going to win any awards or anything, but I feel like for a movie that was very campy, I feel like they did a good job with just having fun with their performances and the line delivery and stuff, and being committed to some of the over the top or a little bit more ridiculous moments. Because with a movie like this and the style that they went for, it can be very easy to just not be good or not enjoyable. But I feel like they balanced it pretty well. Also, I liked how they did those first part of the credits with some hieroglyphics and other stuff like that, keeping the theme. And I thought the set design and the costuming and everything, definitely a highlight. Always think Egyptian architecture and design and stuff is just so fascinating, and so I love seeing it throughout the film. And the effects at times were really, really cool, really well done and stuff. Especially with some of like the practical skeletons and mummies and stuff like that. But then I feel like it wasn't as good when Imhotep was first resurrected and was going through the whole process until we started seeing the actor's resemblance there again. Obviously dated. I don't know how it was received when it first came out, because obviously CGI was still in somewhat of the early stages. Not like we have today. But because they were capable with doing some really cool practical effects or blending it a little bit better, especially when his Amaxunamen, that's her name, right? When she came back into play at the end, I don't know if there was any CGI on her, but I feel like she blended a lot better. So I'm curious why there was a bit of a difference with the look. Maybe it was like some budget concerns or something like that. And I think the plot progressed really well from moment to moment. I don't feel like there was really too much downtime in the film. The only time I feel like there was really a lot was maybe like two separate instances. One, when they first camp out there before they've unleashed Imhotep, there was some downtime, but it wasn't like not interesting or anything. We learned a bit of backstory about the characters and got some other cool scenes and whatnot. And then when they first leave the place and go back to the town. But other than that, I feel like the pacing was pretty strong throughout, very engaging and exciting. And we got a lot of actiony sequences too, which, as I mentioned in the beginning, I didn't know what genre exactly to expect this going in. But they definitely nailed the action-adventure atmosphere of it. And I don't know if I recognize the director of this one. I don't know if he did the other Mummy movies as well, or if they swapped the crew behind it or anything like that, or even if Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz are still in the other movies. But I'll have to see what else he did, because he's definitely got some good skill to him in some areas. And I like the music as well. I don't know if I mentioned it too much. I think I did a couple times, but it definitely added a cool vibe throughout. But you guys can let me know if you ever want me to check out the other Mummy movies. Even if they aren't the best, I'm still down to check them out just to complete the trilogy. And even if the other ones aren't as good, I don't know if they could exactly be worse than the most recent Tom Cruise Mummy movie. I do know, is it the third one? I have seen like some images and stuff about, is it The Rock who plays somebody in that movie, and it's considered like the worst CGI moment of all time or something like that. So I do know about that. But I don't feel like I've really watched too many movies like this for the channel that are kind of more action adventure, so definitely recommend me some more movies in this vein, in this genre, because they're certainly fun to watch, and hopefully fun to watch along with me. I definitely feel like this movie would have been a blast to see in the theater when it first released, in front of a big screen with great sound and just with a huge crowd. I feel like that would have been a lot of fun. Definitely the type of movie that was made to be released in a theater, get that whole experience. And even just at home though, still had a lot of fun with it. Hopefully you guys did as well. And I also just looked up the director just out of curiosity, just to see what else he had done. I've actually seen another one of his films called Odd Thomas, which I remember liking, but I haven't seen any of his other work, and I did see that he is attached to the other Mummy movies, and so I don't know if his direction, at least that aspect of the films, is still good, or if he loses his way at all. I guess I can find that out if I eventually do check them out, but hopefully you guys enjoyed watching along with me for this one. If you did, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up, helps the video reach a lot more people, helps the channel out, and of course you can check out the full-length reaction to this one on my Patreon. Link for that is in the description below. But until the next movie, I will see you all later. Peace.